So I just got done doing one of my meditations, and I landed on this concept, I guess, this duality between self-belief and motivation. I guess also because I deal with students throughout the week, different high schools, middle schools, talking to them about like study skills and ways to be prepared for college and all of those things. And we always land on this idea of motivation. And the students always want to know like how can they be motivated more so, and which always leads me to the duality of self-belief and how it correlates to motivation. Like self belief is basically the seed for motivation. Because if you have an idea for something that you want to do and you believe that you can do it, you'll be motivated to get it done. Think about it. Jordan, arguably one of the best players to ever touch the hardwood, but he got cut from his high school team. He could have used that moment to say, you know what? Yeah, I probably can't do this. And not be motivated and go off to do other things other than become one of the greats known for basketball, right? But in those moments, he understood, okay, right now I'm not that great, but I believe that I'm destined to do this basketball thing. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to practice and I'm going to get on the team and I'm going to do what I got to do. Sometimes what happens in life, we have a plan and life has a different plan. But if you believe that you deserve these things or you believe that you can get through these things, you always will. Always and every single time. So whenever I start getting preachy to the students, they always go, Dante, I like what you're saying. It's awesome. However, what happens if I'm like really trying to work on a dream of mine and someone crushes it? I say, well, do you believe that that dream is yours? Like you deserve this? They say, yeah. So I say, then they can't crush it. If you allow somebody to tell you that their opinion based on what you tell them for what you want to do is going to shape the way that you're going to go about it, and you allow them to have a negative connotation about it, and then you take that negativity and say, you know what? You're right, I probably can't do this. You're crushing your own dream. They didn't crush anything. You can't point any fingers at them. You can't put any blame on them because all they did was share their opinion. You took their opinion and ran with it. You took that negative opinion about something that you say you wanted to do, and instead of you saying like, you know what, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about, you decided that, you know what, you're right, I can't do this, so I'm not going to do it. And then instead of you taking the responsibility for the fact that you just crushed your dream, you're blaming it on them. That's not okay, and that's not fair, because they didn't do anything. You did it. So I always tell the students, and they always look at me like, Dag, that's kind of, it sounds kind of messed up sometimes, but when you think about it, it's true. If you have a dream for yourself, if you're saying that you want to go on to do this thing or whatever it is, and someone tells you that you're not good enough for it, and you allow them or allow that opinion of you to now shape your reality, that's your fault. That's your fault. Because you know in the back of your mind what you want to do and what you want for your life, but you allowed somebody to tell you that they don't believe that you can do it. Now you've lost the motivation and you've lost the self-belief. Because in your mind you don't believe you can do it anymore. If you believe you can do it no matter what anyone says, you'll be motivated to continue to get it done. But it has to start with your self-belief. You can't be motivated by an outside source. It's impossible. You'll be motivated, but you won't be motivated the way that you can motivate yourself. No one can motivate you the way that you motivate yourself. Just like no one can crush your dreams except for yourself. So if all of these things really rely on our motivation and our self-belief internally, we have to look inward. We have to believe that we can do these things, because if we believe that we can do it, we can do anything that we want to. We can be motivated to do anything that we want to, but first we have to believe it. Because if the haters come around and they say you can't do it, you not doing it is proving them correct. So at the end of the day, you always have to remember, and I always tell this to the students, you always have to remember, you have to always believe in yourself, because no one will believe in you the way that you will. So you go out there and you be great and you believe that you're destined for greatness. And the motivation will be right there.